Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. We're going to be going over the new Huda Beauty Gold Obsessions palette that was the holiday collaboration with Cult Beauty. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel to see more, and let's get on into it. If you guys didn't see, I did try duping this palette on my channel. There is a video up right now, so I will link it in the eye for you guys and also in the description box down below so you guys can see the dupe. And I also mentioned the dupe that my friend Kendra Morgan did, so go check out hers. Her information is also in the description box. Right here, obviously you guys can see the finished eyeshadow look, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of information on this palette before I show you how I got this look. So the Huda Beauty Gold Obsessions palette is a limited edition palette. It was only released on Cult Beauty's website. They are a UK website. Their website is cultbeauty.co.uk. So when you go to the site, you can pick an American flag or, American shipping so that you can enter your shipping information for that. But everything is still displayed in UK pounds or gold British pounds. So when you buy this palette, it does do the conversion at the end of the transaction, and it comes to about $31 US, which is 27 pounds in the UK. You can only find it on Cult Beauty. So here's a look at the packaging for you, and then the inside as well. It is a 9-pan palette, and it has 3 matte shades, and then the rest of them are either a foil or a shimmer shade. Some of them kind of feel like Super Shock shadows from ColourPop. So it comes with a variety of mauves. It does have a really deep brown tone in here. It has 2 gold tones, and the rest of them are kind of like shimmer shades with a pink or a gold undertone. Before we do swatches, I want to give you guys a full tutorial of this eyeshadow look, and then we'll do swatches for you so you guys can hear my thoughts at the end of the video for each shade that I used. So here obviously is the final look, what you saw in the beginning of the video, and I put on some lashes from the Pure Raw Beauty Christy collaboration. I don't remember which ones they are, but they're one of the lashes from her collaboration, and it was just to kind of spice it up, give you guys kind of overall dramatic look of what this palette makes me feel, which is more holiday, glitz, glam, pretty, over the top eyeshadow palette. That's what it makes me feel like, especially with the packaging looking like gold marble. This would be a really cool phone case. I would love that. Let me show you guys some swatches, and then I will give you guys my final first impression of this eyeshadow palette. Here are the swatches. Some of these eyeshadows kind of look more like eyeshadow toppers than they do actual eyeshadows that you can just wear on their own, unless you want a super sheen eyeshadow look. The middle shade, so in certain light it looks like a pressed glitter, but then other, when it actually applies to the eye, it doesn't apply like a pressed glitter. The darkest brown shade is, it's swatching kind of patchy. It did blend on the eye really, really nicely though. Then the The last shade in the palette is that really yellowy golden tone, and it definitely has more of that yellow undertone in it. It's very metallic. Some of them you can barely see on my arm, obviously, because my skin tone is very, very light. That super yellow shade is really metallic and reflective. Okay guys, there are the swatches, and as you guys can tell by some of my feedback, you know, in the swatches you can see like kind of how I felt about it, but let's just kind of recap anyway. So in this palette, obviously it's a 9pan palette. You only get 3 matte shades, but I think Huda did a really good job of picking a light toned shade, a medium shade, and then a super dark shade. And then the rest of these are obviously like a foil shimmer shade. Some of them really remind me of a Super Shock shadow when I swatch them because they're almost like sheen, and they're great as eyeshadow toppers more than an individual shade that just goes on your eye. They're very sheen. So especially that first color in the palette, which is this one here, super, super sheen, and as well as this one here. This one's also more sheen. It's kind of like just a little bit of icing on top of the cake. In the swatches, the brown was hard to swatch, but when I put it on my eye, it blended really, really well, like a dream. And then also both the peachy tone and the mauve tone of the mattes, these two right here, these were also really easy to use and blend out on the eye. I think the most trouble I had with this eyeshadow palette was just trying to get the foil shades to really like pop and, you know, create a wow factor. And I tried layering obviously the gold, like the true gold tone, with some of the lighter eyeshadow topper shades just to see if it would layer and brighten the gold, and it like made it look more gold than anything, but I don't feel like it did the eyeshadow topper like feel that I was going for. So I'm gonna have to play with this more. I'm gonna have to see how I like it. I do so far. I think this is such a cute little palette. It's so fun to play with. I did do that dupes video, so if you guys want to see some comparison swatches between the dupe and the real Huda Beauty palette, let me know. Leave a comment below. I would love to know if you guys want to see something like that. In regards to that video, I do think that some of the shades in this palette do reflect on some of the shades in that duped palette, the duped like arm swatches that I did of a couple of different palettes to create like the Huda Beauty, this palette right here. Overall, I think the packaging is absolutely beautiful. I do love the color story. I wear these types of colors all the time. It is a great holiday palette. Like, this is so pretty, especially with all the golds in there. And then again, I like how she did a light, a medium, and a dark matte shade. I think that if you're gonna have this many shimmers in an eyeshadow palette, that's the way to go, where you have one of each like shade range. So you have a light, a dark, and a medium shade. I think she did really good with that. And I do have to say, like, looking at these swatches, each individual like eyeshadow topper, they have an undertone in them that you wouldn't expect. So there's like one that has a copper undertone, one that has a champagne undertone, one has like a peach undertone, and then one has like a brown undertone. So all of the like eyeshadow topper shades I'm talking about, they have different undertones in them, so they don't all look like the same shade, at least in the swatch. So I am gonna have to play with this more, see what my final thoughts and opinions are, if, you know, I don't get the same eye look a million times over, or if I can, you know, really utilize the undertones in those really like beautiful eye topper shades and get some unique eyeshadow looks. So guys, I hope you liked this video. If you guys want to see another like comparison between the Huda Beauty dupe and the actual Huda Beauty Gold Obsessions palette, leave a comment below. Subscribe to my channel so you guys can see more, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!